Hello again, I am Jim Bob and welcome to F1 Manager 23 Hardcore. It's time for round 14, the first race back from our mid-season break. We're heading to Zandvoort for the Dutch Grand Prix. And tonight is the debut of our brand new driver lineup of Tsunoda and Lawson. We have dispatched we've dispatched Nick De Vries. We've kept Yuki Tsunoda. De Vries is gone. He did chip in a couple of points for us, but he's just been woefully inadequate since Baku, really. Miami, I suppose. Too many mistakes, too many issues. Has cost us a fair bit in parts as well. So, taking the decision to replace him with Lawson, who on paper is potentially quicker, but not quite so confident in the overtaking or defending. Definitely going to need some work, but it's a young driver with his whole career ahead of him. He's still in a very, very high development rate, so he should improve very quickly. Looking forward to seeing how he does tonight. Not going to be amazing given how bad the car is, and it's not likely to get that much better before the end of the season either. So he's not going to have much of an opportunity to shine, but he can't really do any worse than De Vries did. So we shall see how it goes. We're all prepped in terms of getting to this weekend. Let me check our part status here. What have we got in development? We've got space to actually build something else. We are short on side pods. I don't know if I want to go ahead and do another one. I think I'm probably not. So let's go ahead and make 2 more side pods. Oh, I can only make 1 more. I haven't got enough money for 2. But there we go. We'll go and make that. So we've got a spare side pod on the way now. We won't have that in time for Monza, but we shouldn't need it for Monza, touch wood. We will have our second chassis in time for Monza. We're running just 1 of the new chassis tonight on Tsunoda's car. And we've got some spare suspensions on the way as well. In terms of wings, we've got 2 spare front wings, 1 spare rear. 2 spare underfloors as well, so that's all good. We're in pretty decent shape. In terms of power units though, not quite sure. Oops, wrong thing there. There we go. Not quite sure whether or not I'm going to need to purchase additional power units. I won't need to for car 1. I've still got 2 really solid engines here, and we've also got this one here for practicing as well. So these 2 we can keep at a decent rate for a while yet. In terms of ERS units, might have to go with another ERS unit. We've still got 10 races to go until the end of the season. I'm not sure that one will last. And gearboxes might be an issue as well. We're down to basically, that's almost at a point where it's going to start becoming an issue. So we're only going to have 1 left. Might be okay. Might have to risk taking another gearbox. Not sure yet. If we take a look at De Vries's power unit, not De Vries, sorry, Tsunoda's power unit, then it's a little different situation. Engine's not quite as good. We've only got the 2. This one is pretty much dead now. It's just usable for a couple more practice sessions, and then we might get 2 more practice weekends out of that before we have to replace it completely. So we may possibly have to think about an extra engine for Tsunoda. Hopefully we won't have to. Again, we're not really going to be quick, so I might just take the poor performance in that respect. ERS units will be fine with Tsunoda. We have got another one which does need a penalty to be applied. I'm probably going to do that at not Zandvoort, at Marina Bay, the Singapore Grand Prix. And gearboxes should be okay on gearboxes, I think. Right, let's set some targets for tonight's race. We do have a wet Saturday, so we may well have rain in qualifying. let's have a quick look at the incentives. Get one car into Q3. Well, I would normally say not going to happen, but after what happened with us judging it right with the rain at Spa, it's not impossible to get into Q3. Not likely though. So I'm just going to play it safe. One car in the top 15, one car in Q2. That'll get us an extra 180 grand or so. Fast slaps the incentive. Unlikely to get that. But I am going to take a gamble on 2 in the top 15 and hope we can pull that off for an extra couple of 100 grand there. We've got a finish position streak that we're halfway through. That should be okay to do. And then we also have the quali streak here, 1 in the top 15 for 5 races. We're 3 down, 2 to go. So that shouldn't be too tricky, I hope. And let's head to Zandvoort.
Hello, and a very warm welcome as we prepare for the Dutch Grand Prix. We're back from the summer break with topped-up tans. Vacation, though, is now over, and it's time to get serious on the track for the second half of the F1 season. The track has seen many unforgettable moments, like Gilles Villeneuve's 3-wheeled lap at the 1979 Dutch Grand Prix, which cost him victory. What excitement lies ahead this year? There's a newcomer in Alpha Tauri's cockpit this weekend. Keep your eyes on this performance. So, without further ado, let's get started.
Hi, evening Marcel, evening Mr. Water, good to see you guys. Right, let's put Enzo into the car as well, so we'll get both of our new drivers on track in this first session. We're going to get soft tyres for Fittipaldi, and let's swap out the parts. So we want the old engine and the old ERS, and I can probably get away with that gearbox in this session. Right, Zandvoort's run plan is 21 laps because it's quite a short lap, so we'll put that much fuel in the car there, although we will probably bring him in before then. Let's get some setup dialed into the car. And let's start with a 9.5, a 13.5, a 6.4, a 3.15 and a 0.75. There we go. And now let's do Lawson. He will run hard tyres in this session. Swap out those car parts. We'll go with that engine, that ERS, and I'll have to go with that gearbox. Right, setup for this car, let's go a little bit different. Let's go with an 8.5 and a 14, an 8.2, a minus 2.9 and a 0.15. Go 21 laps of fuel. There we go, and drop those settings, and let's send them out onto the track. And of course, because we've got 2 new drivers on track at the same time, they're both going to have the same helmets, because they still haven't figured out how to get that to actually work. It's so frustrating.
Loud and clear.
So stupid, but it is what it is. Right, let's issue them some instructions.
We need to cool the car.
Yeah, copy.
It's a really knackered engine, isn't it? So we'll get him to not fight. Lawson, avoid and clean air. There we go.
A bit less curb.
Copy that.
Evening, Baron. So, our new driver numbers, number 40 for Liam Lawson, and number 89 for Enzo Fittipaldi.
There's a yellow flag now.
Alright, so
let's take a look at the
first
replay.
spin
Here we are
for
going
Lawson
into
as
turn
number
9.
1 driver. Well,
And then the
I say
car
first
just
team
goes.
driver. Kept him out the barrier, so credit him for that.
We've got a yellow flag here.
Well, and Piastri has had a spin at the same corner. Right, close to feedback. There we go, 90%. That's not a bad start. And 83 for Lawson. So let's call Fittipaldi in.
Let us know your comments. Pit limiter on. Stop in front of the garage.
Alright, we need to change the roll bar. So, let's have a look. Gonna go with a 5-5 on that one. And I think I'll leave everything else as it is. And then make the adjustments after that. So, let's just confirm that change. It's going to take a few races until we really get the best out of Lawson in terms of his relationship with his engineer. Only been paired up with Ben for a couple of weeks, if that. Right, so the rear wing needs to change, so we'll drop that down to a 13.5. I'm going to go to... Oh, actually, I'm going to leave that there, I think. Let's push that up to a 9.5. I will go with a 7.3. And I'll try that and see what happens with that. I don't have a setup that's going to be close in the book, so we're winging it again. Alright. Any moment now. Oh, we've gone backwards. That's not good. Let's call him in. Still, at least we're finding out where the car needs to be. Still got time to get it all dialed in properly. We've gone the wrong way with the roll bar. I did wonder if that would be the case. So it's going to be a 7.3. Again, I do not have a 7.3 in the book, and now we're looking at maybe two of them. So that's kind of interesting. Let's dial that back. In fact, I wonder if I need to go to an 8.2, you know. What is the 8.2 setup I've got? It's 8.514, which is not going to be that. So I'm going to stick with the 7.3. I'm going to try that. I think. Oh, we need to change the front wing a little bit. So let's pull that back to there and do it that way instead. Evening, Farah. You hear from the cattery today? Oh, no, I don't want to turn that. Oops. First sitting in the car. Well, I've got Lawson up to 95. That's a nice little improvement. Looks like penalty for Perez. I wonder if that's a new part. Ah, that's good news. I'm happy for you, dude. Right, setup change. What do I need to make? I'm going to push that to a 10. Pull that back. And let's go... Let's go there. Let's try that. Right, run plan. I'm going to go with 30 laps of fuel. On the mediums. Hard tyres for Yuki. No, mediums for Yuki. And do hards in the final session. Oh no, wait, it's going to rain on Saturday, isn't it? It might rain in the practice. We'll do the hard tyres now and run him long. So we'll run him 44 laps of fuel. We've made a change to the setup. We got a little bit of feedback. We're not quite where we need to be, so that is going to have to go back to there and then correct it this way. Okay, we'll try that. Options are done. Gearbox will not last, so I am going to have to change it. Which means we're going to have to go with that one. Evening, Victor.
Green, green, green.
So, have we got the setups right? .97, that's very close.
What's your limitation, Yuki?
What about Lawson? 94. It's not quite where I need it to be, but it's not too far off. Again, we should hopefully be able to narrow down the changes that we need to make. Once we get him back in the garage.
How's the balance?
Have a look. Okay, so front wing is just about there. We move that to there. That could be it. Noticed I was playing Fireteam. Is it a double plat? Yes, the PS4 and PS5 versions are completely separate. Nothing carries across, so you will have to start from scratch. You can't import your save file across from one version to the other. It's easier now because they've just buffed the synths. So if you're a competent player and you hook up with a good player, then you can probably two-man most of the missions. But you'll probably still need a three-man team for some of them. I wouldn't say it's a lengthy one. I mean, the difficulty trophies do not stack, so you will have to play the campaign through on each difficulty. So standard, intense, extreme, and insane. But I mean, it's definitely achievable. I've platinumed both versions of it. So, evening, Hedgehog. It's actually not a massively big game. There's 4 campaigns in the base game. And there is a DLC campaign as well, which is fun, but the last mission's a bitch. Each campaign has 3 missions, so you're talking on the higher difficulties, probably about half an hour per mission. On insane, less than that, 15 to 20 minutes on the lower difficulties. Or if you just get a really good run with some knowledgeable players. Right, soft tyres for Lawson in this session. We're going to go with 25 laps of fuel, see if that's enough. Sonoda, we're going to go with... which way do I go with the wing? Let's go to a 10. Try that. Actually, 10.35. I wonder... It won't quite go there, will it? So, let's go... Let's go like that. I wonder if they're both running the same setup. Let's see. And for Yuki, we want to go with, I think, 35 laps of fuel for this session. We may get rain in this session. We'll have to see. Oh yeah, quite early on as well. Alright, well, let's send them out anyway, just to get these compounds used. And then we'll go on to some wet tyres. Evening, John.
And some drop of rain.
Okay.
Horrific's here as well. Good to see you. Right. Do I go with the full wets? Ah, okay. So that isn't going to be that. So it is probably going to be a 0.4 then. Do I go full wets or do I go inters? I may as well go full wets. It's going to be a dry race, so it doesn't really matter, does it? Oh, actually, no, I should have gone inters. Okay. Alright, well, we can make that change. Yeah, I'll quite happily guide you through the game, Farah, but I warn you, I will teach you the right way to play. I will make sure I drum it into you not to use some of the glitches and exploits that are there. And if we come across anyone who does that while we're playing, I will kill them. Because there is friendly fire when you get onto intense and above. Yes, it will be an in-game execution, not not in real life.
What is the limitation, Yuki?
All right, there we go. Yuki's car is nailed in. Still got the big rain to come. F1 clips. And we got that car set up perfectly as well. Excellent stuff. Have I put the new chassis on the wrong car?
Rain, skier, no.
Copy.
Right, let's get these setups in the book because they are new. So we've got a 10. A 13.5. 7.3. Minus 2.95. And 0.45. Okay. And 10, 13, 5, 7, 3, 295 and a 0.4. There we go. So essentially just a click of toe difference between those two. And that's a nice, good starting confidence. Alright, ready for first quali.
Will practice pay off for the drivers? Well, we're about to find out in qualifying.
Good overtaking spots at Zandvoort are few and far between, so there's a lot of pressure to get qualifying just right. Drivers will be hoping for good downforce from their car setup to keep them on the track through the long sweeping corners.
Karun, there's Yuki Tsunoda. How would you describe things for him at the moment?
I'll say this, it's always a pleasure seeing a confident driver take to the track. Being in the right frame of mind is a real advantage.
Well, we're certainly ready in the commentary box. The drivers are getting ready down in the pit lane, and it's time for qualifying.
See the mechanics searching for Farah's cat that is hiding somewhere in my car, either in the footwell or the side pod. Hence the flashlight. Right, let's get the good stuff on the car. We'll go with the 84% engine here, and that ERS, and that gearbox will be okay. Right, 79% engine, 58% ERS, and that gearbox will be fine. Right, chassis. Did I put the wrong chassis on the car? I did. Got them the wrong way round. So let's swap those over. There we go. And we'll go 2 flying laps. Might have rain in qualifying. Let's have a look. Let's send them out. Yes, we have got rain, and only got time for 1 lap before the rain hits, so we'll drop that down. Take a bit of fuel out the car, make it a little bit quicker.
Should be green now.
Let's see what our drivers can do.
So good outlap on these tyres.
Copy that.
We focus on our tyres and our brakes.
Copy.
You're clear. Good to go.
Alright, let's see what Lawson can do.
There is Norris in front of you. Okay, let's go.
Williams behind is definitely faster. Probably getting a little bit of a slipstream as well.
Your P2.
Okay, 3/10 off of Logan. That's not too bad given the pace of the Williams against us.
Cool the engine.
Copy box.
And he's quicker than Lawson.
Gotta
Sorry,
keep
Lawson's
these
quicker than Sonoda.
It was a good lap.
That was a good lap.
This is
Well
a lap.
done.
This is a lap.
Copy.
Oh, Yuki's out. That's not good. I'll maybe get another chance at the end of the session, but does Lawson have any pressure on him, or is he De Vries? Or is De Vries done permanently? Yeah, De Vries is gone. we fired him. We're not bringing him back. He's too old to rehire. He's fallen outside of the remit. He's not necessarily safe for next season. Like I said, it all depends on when Piastri deems us worthy as to whether or not I keep Lawson and partner in with Piastri, or drop him for Piastri and partner Piastri with Tsunoda.
So now you have 3.
Copy.
But he's in the car for the rest of the season. That much is guaranteed. Yeah, we fired him last night. After Spa. I mean, the whole title of the stream was De Vries's last race. Right, let's see if the water comes down enough to have another dry run. Don't need to find too much time with Tsunoda. Confidence isn't as high as I would like it. I am going to try 2 laps of fuel just in case. And we'll do the same with Lawson as well. It's going to dry up briefly. Screw it, just the 1 lap. I'm not going to have time for 2 dry laps. It's not properly dry either. It's actually getting wetter again. I don't think I'm going to be able to get Tsunoda through. We'll try. I think it might be a little beyond him in these conditions.
Straight out, track is clear. Charge off and push.
Clear ahead. Go 1.
Yeah, no improvement. I don't think either driver's going to improve the track like this. Good effort from Lawson in his first lap in anger. Actually qualified for the second session, but unfortunately you failed. Well, we have fulfilled the sponsor objective, which was to get 1 car in the top 15.
This is check reflect.
Just going to call the car in. There's no point finishing and doing another lap, you know, in lap on these tyres. We'll save them. So, Sonoda eliminated in Q1. Lawson makes it into Q2 in his first qualifying. Excellent stuff there. And it's going to start wet. Send him out straight away.
Should be green. So let's just focus on the tyre temps then.
Okay.
So nobody ahead of you. Just go.
Summerfield might not get DRS activating if that water level gets up to 1 before they reach the end of the lap. Or maybe on the second DRS straight, we might be the only one to actually get there in time. It's going to be tight. If we can, that'll be a huge advantage for us. It's still active, it's still active. As soon as that one goes blue, it's turned off. Ah, we just missed it. We just missed it. We almost got the DRS. Evening, Derek. And no, we don't. Right, how far off are we? Only 3/10 off Ocon. So 1.5 seconds off Perez. He's running, I think, a new engine tonight. Less than a second, no, about a second off Hamilton and Russell. We are going to have another lap. I think everyone else is going to box at the end of this lap, so we've got a chance to improve here. Although without the DRS being active, maybe not.
Gap ahead is good. Go one.
Expecting to be down in the first sector. expected. Be a different story though, maybe in the second and third sectors. There we go, an improvement in the middle sector. Can we find something in the final sector as well? Track's about to start getting a bit wetter. We found a couple of tenths, but it's not enough to get up any further up the grid. And we're not going to improve beyond that. So that's it. We're out in 15th. But it's not going to rain again. Or, you know, it's not going to rain in the race, so what the hell? We may as well have one last crack on fresh tyres. Like I said, unlikely we're going to improve. The track is definitely getting wetter. Flurry of fireworks a week after the fact. It's only a couple of days after, isn't it, really? 10th, so. Even Aussie Potato. Yeah, didn't think we'd improve. Not a bad outing though. How qualified his teammate?
Cool as much as you can.
Yeah, I got it.
Things are okay. Thanks for asking. I'm actually looking forward to getting some sleep tonight on a brand new mattress topper with my new heavier tog mattress duvet as well. So should be nice and comfy and snug tonight.
The time is almost...
Right, strategy-wise, we are going with the two-stop. I think with Lawson I might... do that because of his tyre wear being a little bit harsher. We'll go with that as the default, but if we have the opportunity, then we could also maybe look at that. There we go. I am going to take 2 laps of fuel out here. Push for fuel and tyres at the start. There we go. And let's send them to the grid.
Get ready for some fighting between the sand dunes here at the Dutch Grand Prix. And Alex Albon will know just what kind of drive will be expected of him here.
Just sitting inside the points places, they need to defend well and look to push hard where possible.
But remember, anything can happen in Formula One. Here we go. It's the Dutch Grand Prix.
A mixture of tyres at the start, some soft, some mediums. It's a good start for Yuki, up 2 places. Lawson's down a place.
Overtake and go, come on.
Copy.
Keeping that battery in reserve while we're tucked up nicely here. And now we're going to turn the batteries on.
Energy if you need it.
Copy.
Predictions for Lawson's debut finish? 15th, I hope.
DRS enabled.
He is trying to find a way through. That's run out of battery.
No DRS available, no DRS available.
Copy.
No energy.
Okay, copy.
A small lift off to add the tires.
Copy.
Lift now.
Copy.
So Gasly is definitely holding up his teammate at the moment. It's keeping us in striking distance, but I don't think we're going to be able to get past Ocon while he's trying to fight his teammate, especially with that battery. We had an opportunity, but we couldn't quite pull it off on the last lap. I think Lawson's going to finish ahead of Yuki. I don't. I'm hoping it's going to be 14th and 15th for our two drivers. Right, 1.4 kilos of fuel for a lap. We are 2.5 laps under fuel at the moment. And we're at DRS range.
Big lift now.
Copy that.
Bring the pack up.
Yeah, copy that.
Charge on.
Copy.
Use energy.
Okay, copy.
We can just focus on charging the pack.
Copy.
No energy.
Copy.
Need to focus on getting the pack up.
Copy.
Oh, damn it, he missed it. How did he miss it?
We need to focus on the energy now.
Copy box.
Alright, got a yellow flag. That is Piastri. Running very wide or having a spin, one of the two.
So it's yellow.
Copy.
It's a spin. I feel like I should be singing a Pet Shop Boys song. It's a spin.
had a slap.
Do, 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 do.
Save fuel, save fuel.
Copy that.
Big lift.
Copy.
So Lawson's actually looking pretty pacey right now. is definitely encouraging. He's certainly a lot closer to Yuki than De Vries was. Tempted to take the handcuffs off and let him go for it.
No saving required.
Okay, mate, copy.
Use energy.
Yeah, copy.
He's defending well from Joe and Norris. He's just losing a little bit of lap time here and there because he's having to drive defensively. And it's keeping him out of the DRS range, which is really frustrating.
You're good to push on the tyres.
Copy.
Careful on the energy.
Copy.
So slow now.
Copy.
Then we just take it easy on the straight.
Okay.
recharge on.
Copy.
Lift off to avoid instability.
Copy.
His tyres have dropped below 60%.
Recharge on, recharge on.
Copy.
Yeah, definitely made the right choice to go with the medium.
Energy is available.
Yeah, copy.
Yuki's tyre wear's about as expected.
Focus on bringing the pack back up.
Okay, copy.
I really hope we have a decent car next year, because we have sacrificed competitiveness this year to try and get a jump start on next season. And if it doesn't work out the way I'm hoping it's going to work out, then that's kind of worrying. Go 5 laps until we box. I'll probably box him a lap early or so, maybe 2 laps early. Yuki's going 7 more laps.
Bring the pack up.
Copy.
push the tyres now.
Copy.
We need to focus on the energy now.
Copy that.
Trying to balance getting some battery in while staying in the DRS as well. We're just about managing it.
We can just focus on charging the pack.
Copy.
Box Lawson next lap.
Let's get him.
A long way off the leaders. I think we might need a retirement to get both cars into the top 15 here tonight. This is a circuit where that does happen, so it's possible. Well, at the very least, a fortuitously timed safety car.
Box.
Who do I think will get the second Williams seat in real life? Sargent still, still in place to take that seat. But if for whatever reason Williams decide to part with Sargent, then I think Schumacher's probably in with a shout.
We need lift and coast.
Okay, copy.
We need to look after the tyres.
Copy.
Especially when you consider the relationship between Williams and Mercedes. Yeah, 2.6 seconds, not too bad. Got a yellow flag.
Be tight pit exit.
That is Williams, that's Albon.
And here we've got a yellow flag.
A huge amount of that this year, nice speed. So there are cars coming out of the pits. You've got energy.
Copy.
No saving required.
Copy.
We can push more.
Copy that.
Use energy.
Copy.
think that credited the overtake just before Piastri actually hit the pit lane there. Shit. It's the bus. They found me. It's probably a fire engine. Or an ambulance. Someone probably had a whoopsie with a firework.
Push, flat out, flat out.
Okay.
So take it easy.
Copy.
Need to focus on getting the pack up.
Copy, box.
Okay, so fresh tyres for Lawson. Closing that gap now towards Valtteri. Don't know if we'll get the overtake in before he pits. Let's see the tyres of Valtteri on. It's on medium, so we might actually catch him and pass him, which would be good. That'd be enough to get Lawson into peak confidence.
We need to do lift off.
Okay.
We need to protect the front tires.
Copy. The R3.
Copy, Yuki.
.7, an okay stop.
Charge on. Charge on.
Okay. Gap under 4 seconds now.
Oh,
Now
an
talk us
issue
through
for
this
Norris
one,
as
Karim.
well. Excellent
The
stuff.
McLaren crew ready to
They're gonna
jump
jump
in.
him.
And that's where they struggle taking the tyre off.
It doesn't matter which team you're with, you know, it doesn't improve or hamper any of the younger drivers that you choose to scout. And in early seasons, it doesn't really matter which one you go with because we're all about the same.
Bring the pack up.
Okay, copy.
But if you want to play thematically, Freddie Vesti is in the Mercedes Young Driver program, so there's that. Aaron, I think, is in the Ferrari program. Alright, we are hurting Lawson's confidence with these failed overtakes, so we'll get him to tuck in. We'll just get charged up.
Focus on bringing the pack back up.
Copy.
Lawson now coming under pressure from Norris, who's on those brand new softs. I think we might struggle to get either car in the top 15 at this rate.
Use energy.
Yeah, copy.
No, we can't hold him off.
What the fuck are you doing?
I know it's difficult, but keep focus.
This is unfortunately the reality of where our car is, even with the new chassis and side pods on Sonoda and the new side pods on Lawson. We just don't have pace. I thought we might have a little more than this, but maybe not. I think I am going to have to do one more big update to the car.
We can just focus on charging the pack.
Copy.
because we are just lacking downforce. Gonna have to do another rear wing, I think. Caught by everybody. Again, you don't need to tell me what parts I need to work on. I am a veteran of this game.
We need to focus on the energy.
The only reason I've been doing chassis and side pods is because I've been doing research on all the other parts, because they are the ones that are affected by next year's reg changes. Chassis and side pods aren't, so I can develop those and carry across whatever progress I've made for next season without any penalties being applied to them. But by focusing on the research, it has come at a penalty to developing this year's car. That's why it is going backwards. Joe's back on us again. He's on soft tyres, so we are on the offset tyre at the moment. We're currently 7th in the constructors.
Use deploy as much as you can.
Okay.
There's a few cars that are one-stopping by the look of it. Maybe. Let's have a look. Hulkenberg's gone soft, so he's two-stopping.
Recharge on.
Yeah, copy.
Charge on. Charge on.
Copy.
One at risk, a one-stop strategy. If Lawson's tyre wear was better, then I probably would, but the two-stop is the quicker strategy, and so I want my best driver on the faster strategy. But Lawson's tyre wear is quite aggressive, so I can't really put him on a one-stop because he'll be slow, really slow on the one-stop anyway, and his tyres will be dead at the end of each stint, completely dead. So I kind of have to put him on the two-stop at the moment as well, and a slightly more conservative two-stop as well. So whereas Yuki's going soft, medium, soft, Lawson's going soft, medium, medium, because his tyres won't last. We are trying to work on his smoothness rating at the moment, just get it up a little bit, a few extra points. just so it doesn't eat the tyres quite so quickly.
Overtake button.
Copy.
Battles with Joe. Well, I think Lawson's battle is with Joe. I think Tsunoda's still got the pace to get Norris. Don't forget, we're on the offset tyre at the moment. We're on mediums, they're on softs. So we will have more pace in the final stint. Oh, yellow flag. Ah, it's Lawson.
The tyre.
And he's now lapped. So that's less worries about fuel, but that's hurt the tyres.
Now the Alpha Tauri involved here. Things look fine here. And the car fails to respond. And they'll need to...
And that now creates a bit of a problem for the final stint. I may have to go hard tyres. Just lost 8-9% of tyre life with that lockup, so I don't think Lawson's tyres will last. So to go medium.
Charge on.
Yeah, copy.
No DRS available, no DRS available.
Copy.
The way they work stats in this game is deeply flawed. They set their data based off practice, pre-season practice, testing and first race times. but they don't seem to take into account, or it doesn't appear that they take historical data into account that much. They don't look at characteristic history of drivers in their careers, because some drivers' stats just don't make sense. And it's just a fit within the car. You know, what they should do is they should have the drivers' stats worked out better, rather than just tweaking the stats to fit the estimated gap between teammates, you know, in the car, which is, I think, how they do it at the moment, and it doesn't work. Which is why Stroll is so strong in this game, and why Piastri is not. Because the Mercedes was absolutely awful. Not so sorry, Mercedes. The McLaren was absolutely awful until Austria, when Norris got the full upgrade package, and Piastri didn't get it till Silverstone, and since then he's been fantastic. But at no point has his tyre wear been an issue. Same with Lawson. You know, Lawson's tyre wear hasn't really been an issue. Unfortunately, the smoothness rating is always going to be a bit inaccurate when you have cars that are inherently good or bad at, you know, looking after their tyres. So, for example, the Ferrari eats its tyres, has terrible tyre life in the way that car runs. So I would not be at all surprised to see low smoothness ratings, or lower ratings for Sainz and Leclerc next season based on that. When it's the car that is causing those problems, not the drivers. This is what I'm saying, how they shoehorn some of the driver stats to fit what goes on with the car rather than, you know, the car itself.
Got energy?
Copy.
Right, Snowden's about to get lapped. And that's a big lift, which is going to drop us back into the clutches of Zhou, unfortunately.
Need to focus on getting the pack up.
Okay, mate, copy.
Push.
Yeah, copy that.
Yeah, it's going to be a painful evening, or painful afternoon for Lawson. He's dropped to the point where he's now constantly going to get pulled over for blue flags, which is really going to hurt his chances of trying to close back up to Joe. That lockup didn't just cost him time on track, it's also hurt his tyres so that his pace has now suffered. Hurt his confidence, which dropped his pace stats as well. Yeah, a real triple whammy. He's going to get pulled over, so I'm just going to box him this lap rather than going one more lap.
Box this lap.
Copy, box.
That saves him having to lift and let 3 cars through. Slow stop.
Caution 1 on exit.
But if we do get a safety car, that will hopefully bring Lawson back into play. Plus, I've still got a brand new set of softs and a brand new set of mediums waiting for him if we do get a late safety car, or a safety car at some point in the next 10 laps or so.
Back off now.
Copy that.
keep looking after these tyres.
Copy.
Don't have to do any more fuel saving. I'll even have some fuel to burn at some point. Only 0.4 kilos underfueled at the moment. Still a long way to go as well. I wonder if unlapping myself counts as an overtake. Let's try. Let's see what happens.
Use energy now.
Copy.
No saving required.
Copy.
No, it doesn't. I don't think it did. It was worth a try though, just to see what would happen. Question is, can I pull away enough to avoid having to get blue flagged again in a lap or so?
Use and deploy when you can.
Copy.
Left and coast.
Copy.
Bring the pack up.
Copy.
Very concerned about just how slow we're going to be at Monza now.
Copy.
Right, Joe has stopped. We are 2 seconds behind him. He is on a quicker tyre. I don't know if we'll be able to actually catch him or not.
We need more lift off.
Okay.
Recharge on, recharge on.
Copy.
So Leclerc laps us. We've got Sights not too far behind us as well. Pit window is about to open.
Can push one step more.
Yeah, copy.
We go charge on.
Yeah, okay.
And Lawson is not closing on Joe as expected. That tyre offset. Pace should level out a bit later in the stint though, as Joe's tyres are going to wear at a faster rate than ours. We are staying far enough ahead of Magnussen to avoid getting blue flag. As long as McLaren stay where they are, pace-wise, then we're pretty much secure in 7th place. But as I say, even if we do get past the 7th and we end up finishing 8th, that's the objective. Got to watch out for Williams. They are definitely getting a bit quicker and getting closer to the points. They're in 9th at the moment. There's Norris boxes to put on his set of mediums to take him to the end. We're going to be going an extra couple of laps and then putting on some softs. That's a quick and clean stop for Norris. He's going to get blue flagged very quickly for Alonso here. Also actually slightly quicker than Joe on that last lap. That's encouraging. Sainz pits. That takes a little bit of pressure off of Yuki because Sainz was closing in to lap Yuki. Boxing on the next lap.
Push.
Okay.
Lawson matching Joe. Very pleased with that. And a whole flurry of cars in the pits. Both the Williams boxing at the same time. Soft tyres, soft tyres. So just Bottas really left the box, not really paying any attention to the top of them.
Box.
Copy.
Has it been a procession of woe? It's not been a great race. Our pace is just non-existent. Like I say, next race, Monza, could be a real struggle. top 15 place finishes might be tricky from now on.
The entry.
Confirmed.
That's a good stop, please.
Sorry.
Now we're very vulnerable to Valtteri, who is going to attack us hard. We're on very cold tyres right now. Bottas's tyres are pretty rubbish though, so we've got that in our favour. Can't really afford to push these tyres. We want to get them through to the end in decent shape. So we'll just have to let them warm up gradually over the next lap and a half. As long as Bottas doesn't pass us here, he's probably going to box at the end of this lap. There he goes. So this is it for the run to the flag now. Really need a safety car to close this field back up, put Lawson onto some soft tyres and unlap our drivers. Give us a fighting chance of maybe gaining an extra place or two. Right, our drivers aren't really up to much, so let's take a look, see if we can find a fight to have a look at. We've got Russell and Sykes scrapping away. And I think that fight's over. Russell getting held badly there behind Piastri. No, Norris. That's Norris that just got lapped. So, yeah, that's dropped Russell way out of range, and that Ferrari's quick enough to stay away, I think. Leclerc currently winning this race. Although, I don't know if those tyres will make it. And if they do make it, they won't be in good shape. The Red Bulls will hunt him down very quickly. closing on Norris. Yes, we are. Mind you, having said that, that last lap was Norris getting lapped. We had clean air, so let's see what happens across the line this time. Norris is hanging onto the DRS of Russell right now, which is not helping us. And we lost a couple of tenths as a result of that. You can see Russell's on mediums. Here comes Max, almost in striking distance. I've got Alonso sneaking up behind Tsunoda and Stroll getting very close to the back of Lawson.
And energy is available.
Okay.
We need to focus on the energy now.
Copy box.
Use energy.
Copy.
And Norris is still tucked up right behind Russell. This is infuriating because it's letting Norris lap faster than he would normally be able to, because he keeps getting the DRS. It means we're not closing him down when we should be. Let's try and
Use deploy.
push a little bit.
Copy.
No more energy.
Copy.
Focus on bringing the pack back up.
Okay, copy.
If I can at least get Yuki into the top 15, I'll settle for that.
No DRS available, no DRS available.
Copy.
Charge on, charge on.
Copy.
Lift off, save fuel.
Copy.
Alright, definitely took some time out of them on that last lap. I can't keep doing that though. Have a look at Yuki's confidence level. It's not bad. Lawson's isn't too bad either. get lapped on this lap. No. But Magnussen coming through. It's going to cause us to pull over. But we will pull over here, which will allow us to get DRS on the back straight, well, on the start-finish straight, hopefully. We might have lost, might have lost out. Not sure. Got two more cars coming through. Well, one more car coming through. The other one's Bottas. And we missed the DRS. Yeah, of course we did. Yeah, we lost a second to Zhou there. And 2.5 seconds to Bottas, who's pushing hard right now. Gap is slowly coming down, but again, we're going to have to lift to let Alonso through soon. Once again, we're giving up DRS on the back straight. Just getting unlucky with where we're getting caught on track here. We keep having to lift on the main straight, which loses us a huge amount of speed and time for the car that's chasing us. And we never seem to get the chance to pull over and benefit from it, you know, shortly afterwards. It's going to happen here with Yuki as well. He's going to have to lift on the main straight. Okay, we're just getting caught at the wrong point on the track every lap. Looks like we might have got away with it this time round. I'm actually going to lift here in a place that's not overly quick, so we don't lose too much time. We do lose some. And Bottas has got through, as I thought he might do. He lost so much time and speed that he just rocked straight onto the back of us. Laps to go. And just for shits and giggles,
we can just focus on
we'll start charging Lawson up. He's obviously not going to get a decent finish. Just been too unlucky with that. What we're going to do is we're going to box him for soft tyres and just go for the fastest lap. See if he can get it. That would be something. We won't get paid for it because we didn't take the incentive. Or did we actually have that as a sponsor? Yeah, we did. So we might get some money. Obviously, we won't get a point for it because we're not going to finish in the top 10. But chance for an extra couple of £100. We've got to get that battery recharged. We need to save a little bit of fuel as well.
Save fuel. Okay, copy.
To push the tyres.
Get your head down, you can do this, come on.
Norris still hanging on to the back of Russell. Alonso will hopefully break him away, cause him to lift enough to drop out of DRS range, and then we have the chance to actually make a move on Norris. And again, we've got a big gap to show, so if for whatever reason we can't get the fastest lap with Lawson, we'll try it with Tsunoda as well.
Box.
Copy box.
No saving required.
Copy.
This will also give us another chance to get a quick stop in for the DHL competition.
Push 2 steps harder.
2.4, that is more like it.
It takes it clear.
It's the quickest stop. Beautiful. And we're not really closing in with Norris. We're going to keep trying.
Use everything.
Yeah, copy.
Oh, here we go, fastest lap attempt for Liam Lawson. I'm going to go for 2 flying laps here. And I'm hopeful we'll catch some DRS off the back of the Williams. Not this lap. 1:12.2. That's a 1:11.6. We're still 0.6 of a second off, but we've got Lawson's confidence up a little bit, so we'll get bigger numbers this time round. Plus, we'll get slipstreams and DRS this lap. And we're not closing enough on Yuki, so let's start prepping, closing on Norris, so let's start prepping Yuki for a flying lap with him.
No energy.
Copy.
Need to focus on getting the pack up.
Copy.
Lift and coast 12.
Copy.
Do some lift and coast.
Copy.
Lift now.
Copy.
Box.
Copy.
Knowing my luck, I'll be just about to set the fastest lap and the safety car will come out or something like that and completely nullify our lap. And if it does come out in the next lap or so, that'll be it. There's only 3 laps to go, so we won't go racing again.
You can push on this tire.
Copy. Grand Prix.
Okay, Yuki.
Bad stop again. God damn it. What's going on with our pit crew today?
Sorry.
It's 3 mistakes at least today. I even gave them extra rest to give them a chance of recovering. I think we're close enough to have got DRS here. Yes, we are. Excellent stuff. That's a good way to start a flying lap.
3 laps to go.
Copy.
Push now.
Yeah, copy.
That's not so good. purple in the first as well. Slow middle sector. Well, we will get DRS here. Hope we can get past. Yes, we can. Not a good middle. Need something special in the final sector to have a chance. Got a yellow flag. It's a crash. Is this the safety car I was worried about?
Not quite sure what's happened there.
Both cars will carry on.
Plenty of space.
Russell and Alonso having a little coming together there.
Last lap.
1:12.2. God damn, look how much that could have been if we hadn't been held up by Magnussen.
Max Verstappen over the finish line and today's winner.
Lawson finishes on an 11.8. That was close, but not close enough. It's all down to Tsunoda. I can't push the fuel anymore.
Lift off to avoid instability.
Copy.
No DRS available.
Can we steal the fastest lap on the final corners?
Okay.
It's going to be really hard to do with no battery and no fuel push. No, we couldn't. We did a 1:12.3. That is worth a try. So 16th and 19th, not a great race for us. I knew this would be a tricky one with pace, but I thought we might do a little better than that.
And that will definitely be a day to forget.
But it was
for
a
the
decent
AlphaTauri
outing for
driver.
Lawson.
You know, I don't think many would have expected to see them finishing outside the top 10. They'll be aiming much higher than that, I assure you.
And no doubt,
What season have you been
Verstappen
watching
fans
there,
will be celebrating the Dutchman's achievement.
Haroon?
That's their ninth
We haven't been
win
close
of
to
the
top
season.
10 for
I
ages.
expect them to be showered with plaudits and more.
A sea of smiles all around. They're on top of the world, here in Zandvoort. And down there in the AlphaTauri garage, Karoo, what would they be making of that race, do you think?
Well, it was a bit of a mixed bag here. Some things went their way, but others didn't. I think their main target now will be finding some consistency for sure.
And that then marks the end of events here at Zandvoort.
We now look ahead to the next round in Monza in Italy. The Temple of Speed is waiting, and the teams will be ready and raring to go.
So yeah, Monza up next. Great recovery from Perez. Look at that, up 10 places and got the fastest lap by just a couple of tenths in the end from us. We actually had a faster lap than Max. His best lap was a 1:11.9. We had a 1:11.8 with Lawson, so wasn't too far off. We got some DRS. I'm guessing Max didn't on his lap. Ferraris both dropping a place. Disappointing for them. Russell and Alonso having it coming together. Alonso was supposed to finish ahead of George, but with that 5-second penalty, that dropped him down to 6th. And then it's Hamilton, Stroll, Magnussen getting more points for Haas, and Gasly gaining 3 places to sneak the last point. Then you got Ocon also up 3 places. Hulkenberg down 6, a disappointing race for him. Albon and Sargent both down 3. Norris gained 2. Tsunoda stayed where he was. Bottas gained 3 places. Good race for Bottas in the end. Lawson down 4 places, although we did kind of sacrifice his potential finish position to try and get a fastest lap. And we almost got it. and Piastri in last place. Let's take a look at the drivers' standings. So Max with 25 points is now on 333, with Checo on 254. He stretches his gap slightly over Charles Leclerc by another 4 points. There are 32 between them now. Carlos gets some decent points in fourth, but he is a long way off. Does pull him away from Fernando a little bit though. Hamilton losing yet more ground to Fernando, another 2 points dropped. George gets some decent points and gets into triple digits and jumps ahead of Lance Stroll. And then it's Gasly a long way off in 9th and Ocon in 10th. Going further down the field, you see we also have points for Magnussen, which moves him a little bit further away from his teammate. Yuki stays 13th. Nick De Vries is 16th, but no longer on the grids. And not a great start for Liam, but he's jumping into the car when it's probably been at the worst it's been this season, and also without the brand new chassis that Yuki had as well. So he'll have that for Monza, but our pace will not be good there, I don't think. Let's take a look at the Constructors' Championship. So Red Bull with 44 points, maximum points for Red Bull, puts them on 587. They are now 202 points clear of Ferrari. Yeah, Red Bull have pretty much got this championship wrapped up already. 11 wins from the opening 14 races. Yeah, that's pretty good. Ferrari in second, pick up another 27 points. They are comfortably clear of Aston Martin now. At one point, they were struggling to stay with Aston Martin, and now they're 140 points clear of them. So Aston have gone off the boil a little bit. Ferrari have definitely improved in the last 6 or 7 races or so. Mercedes on 204 points do again just nibble away at that gap to Aston Martin. They're down by 41 points. Alpine in 5th, not really going anywhere. Same with Haas in 6th. They just stretch their legs a little bit more away from us. McLaren haven't scored any points either, so they stay in 8th. Williams also failed to score, so they're still 9th. We are holding on to 7th for now. Wouldn't necessarily be a bad thing if we do drop down to 8th. As I say, it'll give us a little bit more testing time and winter allowance, etc. next season, but at the cost of a little bit of extra prize money. And Alfa Romeo is still yet to score. Let's see how we did in the pit stop challenge. I know one of our drivers had a very quick stop. That was Lawson with a 2.406 faster than Max and the Ferrari of Sainz. Both McLarens are up there in 4th and 5th. Unfortunately, Yuki does not make the leaderboard. So that leaves Ferrari top by a point from Red Bull. We're in 3rd and we are only 4 points off the top. That is pretty good going. McLaren with some good points as well. They only dropped 3 points to us. We are 80 points clear at the moment, but things can change in this competition very quickly. Alpine with a couple of decent points to consolidate 5th place ahead of Mercedes. And Alfa Romeo picking up another point to further pull away from Haas. I expect they will finish bottom in this championship. There is the pit crew report. As you can see, we had a 2.6 for Lawson's opening stop, which isn't too bad. A 2.4 for his final stop, but his middle stop was a sticky wheel nut, and then 2 bad stops for Yuki. Stuck wheel nuts on both of those as well. Looks like we might have to put some wheel nut training into our pit crew's training grid for next month. Let's take a look at our driver reports. So 1 successful overtake, 4 failed for Lawson, but he did show some good defending skills. Remember, his overtaking and defending skills are quite low. I think they're still in the 60s. So for him to get 16 successful defences and only fail 6, that's pretty good going. Quite pleased with the way he performed today. Like I said, he just doesn't have a car underneath him at the moment. And let's have a look at Yuki. 2 successful overtakes, 2 failed. 7 successful defences and 3 failed. Not too bad for Yuki. And just didn't, again, lacking a little bit of pace in the car to really do much of anything, unfortunately, at this point. And we did get our first look at Enzo as well. 39 laps. That's a decent running for him. That'll give him a nice little bit of extra experience, I hope. And in terms of sponsors, so it looks as though it's still going to credit us with the finish position streak, which again, we technically failed, but it's paid us out for that. So we'll take that 280 grand. We didn't get the fastest lap, but we weren't far off it. We didn't obviously get Q3, but no penalties for either of those because they were just incentives. As far as guarantees go, we did not get 2 cars in the top 15, which is why we lost 51,000. But we did get 1 car into Q2 and 1 in the top 15 as the qualifying position. So we picked up an extra 180 there, and we end up all told coming out with about 2.6 million, which isn't too bad. So Monza is up next in just a few days, and that is, that's going to be a painful race. We will have the new chassis just before the Grand Prix, so Lawson will have the same spec car as Sonoda in the next race. That'll be good. We'll be sticking in our best available parts for that race. Let's see. Board attendance. I'm guessing they were not pleased with the outcome. Let's have a look at what the board confidence is. It's still high. They were satisfied with Zandvoort. So it's a reduced confidence loss. They were not unhappy. We managed to avoid disappointed, so that's good. We actually managed to get away with that one a little bit. Still satisfied on objectives and finances, which is good. How much money do we actually have left in our cost cap? Let's have a quick look. We've got nearly 40 million left. That is pretty good. And we have got some parts that have failed. So let's swap those out. Okay. Yuki's car is okay. Let's see. Is there any parts about to break? That car's good. We're looking at losing another rear wing, so we need another 2 rear wings because we've only got 2. Don't have any manufacturing capacity. I've got to wait 3 days. Oh, okay, so we'll have to manufacture some wings like crazy as soon as the chassis is done. When does our next research project end? In 8 days after Monza. That'll be the underfloor. So I think, because we're 7 days away actually with the rear wing, I think once that goes through, we will probably do another rear wing just to try and reduce the drag, give us a bit more straight line speed, give us a slightly better DRS, maybe improve our dirty air a little bit. Because I just don't think another chassis is going to cut it. Another side pod we already know isn't going to give us that much, which is why we did a front wing research project instead. Yeah, it's going to be a painful ending to this season. We've just got to muddle our way through it, unfortunately, see what we can do. See if we can find any more pace somewhere. But I'm not expecting us to challenge for points again for the rest of this year now, given the route that we've gone down. Do we need to worry about anything staffing-wise? Oh, while we have the money and we are in a position to actually go ahead and make some offers, let's go ahead and make that offer to Dirk de Beer. See if we can sign him for next season. We want him on a 4-year deal to start next season. So he's on 2.1 at the moment. We're going to need to offer him more than that. We're going to need to offer him probably somewhere about 2.8, 2.9. Let's start with 2.9. We'll give him a signing bonus of 250 grand. And see if he'll go for that. Yeah, I thought he might need more than that. We might have to go well above 3 million. Let's go to 3.2. And he is happy enough to accept 3.2. So we'll hire Dirk de Beer, and he will replace Dickon next season. Everyone else is where we need them to be. I think I might go ahead and just renew Marco Perone's contract, but we will have a quick look at who is available. Alan Permain is someone that we could look at. Andy Stevenson, Randeep Singh are also guys that we could look at as well. But we've actually got a pretty solid guy in Marco Peroni, and he's young as well, so plenty of room to develop him as his career unfolds. Let's take a quick look, make sure our facilities are all okay. Yeah, memorabilia room's taking a bit of a knock. Let's go ahead and refurb that. Boardroom's taking a bit of a knock. I'm actually going to go ahead and give us an upgrade on that. I think we might need that extra little bit of race confidence gain going into the end of the season here. Here we go. Dirk de Beer will be joining us next year. So we've got a new technical chief and a new head of aero joining us next season. Both definite improvements on what we've got right now. So fingers crossed they'll be able to produce a very good baseline car for us, which we can then build on with some good upgrades. Got our scouting back on Jen de Ruvela. His stats aren't too bad, but he is into the average range of development now because he is in his mid-20s. Right, now I've got a scout free. Let's take a quick look at scouting out Alan Permain first of all. There is the chassis that we've been waiting for Lawson's car. Let's go ahead and get that fitted. There we go. And now let's go ahead and make 2 new rear wings. And the memorabilia room refurb is done as well. So here we go. End of the month, we get a nice big wedge of cash right before the end of the day. That's good. Monthly car report shows that our car is utter pants, but then we kind of already knew that. Board still has high confidence. Let's see how our drivers have developed over the last month. So, Lawson has gained a point in defending and a point in reactions. Yuki has gained a point in control and a point in adaptability. And Enzo, having only just joined us, has already gained a point in accuracy, 2 points in cornering, and a point in braking as well. So very good opening few weeks for Enzo. Spotlight on Red Bull. They've got a new design center upgrade. And Ferrari saying it could be going better, but they're not too far off where they would like to be, and they're where they expected to be, so that's not too bad. We've got performance targets, and we've also got pit crew training to do, and we will do the pit crew training next week when we come back from Monza. So that's it for tonight's race and for this week's streams. We will be back on Monday, the usual time of 8 PM in the UK, for round 15 at Monza, where we'll get our pit crew training done and see if we can maybe at least get some money from the sponsors in the next race. Our pace is going to be terrible, that I already know. We just got to get through the next couple of races and see if we can maybe improve a little bit with a new wing in the last few races. You know, circuits like Brazil, Mexico, Cota, they'll all benefit from a new rear wing quite a bit, I think. So we'll see what we can do. If we can get it for Suzuka, that would be amazing, but I think that might be a bit too optimistic. So yeah, that's where we're going to call it a night for today. Not a great debut for Lawson, but not a bad debut, all things considered. As I said, the car is probably the worst it's been all season now, in terms of performance against the rest of the grid. And I think he acquitted himself well. You know, he looked very solid in defence despite a low defensive rating. So yeah, I'm confident that by the end of the season he will have developed quite nicely and will be raring to go next season. So we'll see how he gets on in the next few rounds, and I will see you all again on Monday for some more F1 Manager. Thanks for watching. I am Jim Bob, and I'll be back with more F1 Manager very soon.